Hey guys, welcome to this morning's Big Brother 23 chat.
It's so early.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't do the video last night, but I didn't get home until 3:30 a.m. from work, so...
Yeah,
we're here now, and we are very tired. I'm not a bartender. I don't know any of the drinks.
No, you don't.
All right, well, we're here to recap the recap show.
This is, it's episode 35. Mm-hmm. We're so close to the end. There's only 2 more episodes after this to recap.
Yeah. I had to think about that.
And Wednesday.
Yes.
So last time, Xavier did not use the veto. He said no. And Big D had all the power, and he chose, through Xavier, to vote out Kyland.
Thank the Lord. Yeah, Xavier chose for Big D to evict Kyland.
And Kyland went out in a blaze of no class.
Ooh, that was... Just hearing, it was terrible.
Disgusting.
Seeing it again.
Big D said exactly what we said. Disgusting.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Kyland has been freaking, doubling down in his exit interviews. Kyland's exit interviews have been a whole mess. If you guys have read or watched any of them, it's just ugh.
Do you think when he gets out and people talk some sense into him that he will pull a Christmas Story and blame it on soap poisoning?
I'm waiting for Kyland to get out and put out some freaking long-ass thread apologies on Twitter or some notes app multi-page apologies or explanations maybe.
Will there be, or will he triple down?
Maybe not apologies, but explanations, it's coming.
I don't really care. I'm not going to...
Not going to read them, but
exactly.
You know they're coming.
So, in case you haven't been able to do the math, that means the final 3 is Azah, Xavier, and Derek F.
Yes.
Big D. Kai went so low. But you know what? He got.
He did.
Hello. All the people that you evicted, nobody went as low as you did.
I mean, hello. You also had final 2 deals with, Tiffany. You went back on that. Sarah Beth, you put her through hell. So it's okay when you do it, but nobody else is allowed to break deals.
Well.
Kyland is just mad that he got.
Let's just forget about that for a minute. And
moving on.
We're going to the celebratory takeout on fancy plates.
Oh, they had a surf and turf?
I can remember...
surf and turf with butter knives?
I can remember back in the day when they would make them eat out of the takeout containers. But we got nice plates.
Yeah.
We got a champagne ice bucket with more champagne. More booze.
Champagne.
Booze these kids up. We want to see loose lips. So
they had to do all this before part 1 of the final HOH competition, too.
They always do that.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So it was a real say hello to Lucius.
Yeah, they start talking about the big moments of the season, things that we've never seen before, whatever. Yeah, so we got to see...
They kicked it off with Lucius.
Right.
Who's luscious.
So if you guys haven't been watching the feeds, you're probably very confused. The night that Xavier came out of solitary confinement to make his vote, to cast his vote, and he was dressed
as Lucius.
And in his Lucius character, taking forever to walk from...
Because they never showed it on the show.
Yeah. So they gave some backstory here on the Lucius character. Azah wanted to see what Xavier would look like with hair.
A beautiful wig.
Yeah.
That was a lovely wig.
Yes.
But they left out the best part of Lucius, which was the song that Big D made up one night with an accompanying dance by Azah and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Choreographed. They left it out completely.
How are you going to do a segment on Lucius and not give us the Say Hello to Lucius song? That was my favorite song this season. I don't know if it was too risque for broadcast, but...
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But, yeah, I'm kind of annoyed that they didn't show it.
What are you going to do? Anyway, they had to make time for everybody. So, next up was Christian's turn.
Xavier had to, love on Christian. I don't know who he's more obsessed with, Alyssa or Christian.
I don't know either, but Christian, did you notice that Xavier got to introduce both Christian and Alyssa's parts?
He was like, you know what we really need?
More
Christian and Alyssa.
Yeah.
So Christian, the lovable golden doodle,
Everybody's laughing about how dumb he is because he thinks ligers are real. They're real. And everyone's laughing about how Christian thinks zonkies are real. They're real.
The turducken, though?
That's real.
Some freaking Guy Fieri monstrosity.
That's
not a
an
real
actual
animal.
That's disgusting what they've done. They take...
I can't even think about it.
Yeah, let's not do it. No, but there is a vegan version of the turducken made with like butternut squash and, it's beautiful.
I don't know that I need that.
That is pretty good. That's pretty good.
But why turducken? Why?
Because it's meat donut.
Blech. Anyway.
Well, Ozza.
I just have to say, too, looking back on some of these clips, it's hard to remember when some of these house guests were actually on the show. It feels like so
It does feel
long
so
ago.
long ago. Not Brittany, though. Who can forget that she was on the show?
Even Brittany feels like forever ago.
But we keep getting Brittany in the diary room, in the
jury house.
So it's like, and yelling.
Oh my God!
How can you forget her?
Yeah.
So Ozza was very close to Brittany.
Yeah, like a little sister.
Yeah. So we get the Claire clip dissing Buffalo, New York about having the best buffalo wings. Obviously, buffalo wings were created in Buffalo, New York, in a bar when they didn't have anything to serve people who were probably overserved. So they had to give them some food to like sober them up a little bit.
Is this the true?
This is the true
unauthorized.
Yes. So the chef came up with these buffalo wings named for Buffalo, New York. Some dirty old wings and hot sauce with some celery, because that's all that was left in the fridge, I suppose.
Oh, I thought it was like a palate cleanser or something, or like to cool down your mouth. Like, I always wondered why they have the celery.
I'm pretty sure that's all they had around.
Interesting.
And ranch dressing as a chaser.
I know everybody's going to be in the comments like, you're wrong.
I know. But I'm from New York, and apparently Buffalo doesn't have the best buffalo wings. Not surprising, but whatever.
What does Claire care? She's vegan.
Exactly. Do they have vegan buffalo
Get some cauliflower wings? Because I'll take some of that.
Yeah. I'm for that. All right. So, Frenchie's Funhouse.
No, I don't need to see any more Frenchie. I'm sorry, but no.
Big D said it was his type of messy, but I'm sorry. I'm going to have to come for me, Frenchie, because I thought you were fake as hell. And I'm going to say it. Thought your character on the show was fake as hell. I don't think it was entertaining. I think it was too much.
I will say I was entertained the first 2 weeks just because it was so much mess.
Never entertained.
But I thought Frenchie was performative. I mean, we saw the promises he made, and then we saw what he did.
We saw the tears.
But anyway, let's move on.
I have to say, though, if he hadn't won HOH, I predict he would have been the first boot. I
don't know about first boot, but I think he would have still gone really early because he was playing way too hard.
Yeah. Did he do that on purpose, though? He said yes. All right, so we find out what taco meat is, according to Ozza.
This kind of made me want to throw up.
And that's when a guy, or maybe even a girl, I don't know, has chest hair that resembles taco meat crumbles. And I have to say, I know what you're talking about, and it's a turnoff. I'm sorry. It's not my thing. But
let's move on. Like, it really, just the thought of it, like, makes me want to throw up. Because I'm just imagining, like, taco meat on people, like, actual taco meat on, like...
like somebody eating, like, really
Stop!
sloppy.
Ew!
Apparently Big D has it, although Ozza lied to Big D and said he didn't, to his face. But in the diary room, she said, yeah, it's taco meat.
Mm.
Comment below if you've got taco meat.
No!
We want to know.
Do
not! They also dissed Hannah's cooking abilities. All right, so what she made was technically, like, not cooked, but it looked pretty delicious to me.
As somebody who eats a lot of random stuff, I don't see a problem with beans on pasta. Whatever.
I mean, it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. And that looked delicious. It looked like it was some buttered pasta with some parsley. You know, it looked
some
seasoned.
pepper on there.
Yeah, it would look really good. So I I think these people are just too used to eating like a bunch of processed food, and like if it's not like super saucy or whatever, it's not good. But that looked really good. Big D was pissed at Kai yet again because his Showmance thanked Ozza for doing amazing cooking.
Which Ozza was doing amazing cooking this summer.
But not Big D, because although Big D did a lot of cooking, he didn't do a lot of fancy cooking that Kyland couldn't do.
Yeah. I mean, Ozza was making like fresh pizzas. Ooh. She was making garlic knots. She was making all sorts of things.
Also really simple.
Yeah, but like she was
but not doing... to Kyland.
No, she was doing nice meals too.
Yeah.
I'm talking like from scratch, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kyland told Big D, you make like pasta and eggs. These are all things I could do myself anyway.
Well, do it yourself then.
After what Kyland did during his exit, it's hard for me to watch any clips of him and be like,
yeah, he's so clever. He's so Kyland.
All
right, so it's diary room time. We
got 2 diary room segments this time.
Yeah. Diary room, BTS, behind the scenes. There's plenty of farts, yawns, tears, lots of tears. And Big D said, I never cry in the diary room, but we got the receipts.
The lie detector test determined
that was a lie. You lied. You did definitely cry in the diary room. Maybe it was only once, but you did.
I would say, like, these diary room segments, while I always love getting a look at the diary room behind the scenes, we didn't get any, like, real blockbuster good ones. Like, they were all pretty standard from what we've seen, you know?
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about something extremely interesting.
Okay.
Claire and DX's hammock chat where he asks her, you know, like, what's up with you being bisexual? How'd you come out?
How did that came out and everything?
I find that fascinating because as a straight person, I've never had to come out, and I can't imagine what it's like to have to come out and like
we're also
getting vulnerable.
Another viewpoint here because we've seen a lot of people talk about their experiences coming out as gay or lesbian, but there hasn't been like tons of representation of bisexuality on TV, so it's interesting to hear those stories too.
Or sexually fluid.
Right.
Which I think Claire is definitely onto something. I think you definitely can have fluid sexuality. I think it's really fascinating because it's not something, as a fan of reality TV, it kind of gives me a window into something that I've never really been a part of, you know, so I just find it really,
there was
really
a lot of that this season.
Yeah.
With all the representation.
Yeah. It's really, this is the kind of reality TV that I want to see. The real part. You know what I mean? Not the fake Frenchie farts. I want to see the real farts.
All right.
All right. So Xavier outs the Christian and Alyssa romance. He was really the only one.
Well, I mean, he caught them making out in his freaking HOH bed multiple times.
So, it seemed like everybody was for it.
Yeah, except for maybe Alyssa. She was kind of iffy when Christian was like, girlfriend says what? Remember when Christian was evicted and he was all, girly girl?
Yeah.
What was that? Could we get an explanation for that, please?
I think he actually said girly girl.
But what is that?
She's his girly girl.
But he said that he was her girl. I was just, I don't know. Maybe he's nervous.
Maybe
and he switched
just
things up.
like stuttered or something.
I don't know.
But again, who is Xavier more obsessed with, Christian or Alyssa?
It's hard to say.
But I was a little shocked when Alyssa said, kiss doesn't mean anything.
I was not super shocked because I've heard her talk to multiple people about how she's not sure if it's going to work out with Christian after this whole thing. She's like, we're at different places in life, blah, blah, blah.
Dissing him for living at home, though, I don't think that's a sign of immaturity. I think that's like a sign of maturity for sacrificing more freedom for maybe like saving up money?
I don't think it's just because he lives at home. I think it was also just like she's a business owner. I don't remember what he does for a living, but I don't know. She just felt like she felt like he was a lot younger than her, even if it was only actually a few years.
Right.
So.
And when you're on a show like this, it's easy to get caught up in the Salem witch trials here, the hysteria of the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And then when life is on the outside, it's not so exciting when there's no cameras around anymore, although they're still around.
I mean, I think she's being realistic about it, though.
Okay.
Why should she be like, yes, absolutely, if
Yeah.
she's unsure about it?
She wants to wait, and that's cool. All right, so we got a very, very weak prank segment.
I'm never huge on the pranks anyway, so it's like, whatever.
It's a bunch of jump scares, whatever.
I did like the night that, or whenever it was, that Kyland was done with his jackass punishment. Was he ever really done, though? And he was still a jackass after that. Yeah. But a few of the house guests were trying on his various donkey costumes and scaring people. Like, Derek X was having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
Miss Derek X.
I love that donkey costume. Where can I get one of those?
Yeah.
All right, so Tiffany, I hadn't seen this before.
Okay.
Tiffany called, have you?
Yes.
Okay, Tiffany called out Xavier for lying about being a bartender. She said, I know you are not a bartender.
I mean, everybody keyed into this pretty quickly because...
Well, I thought Big D had started the whole thing.
Yeah, he was talking about it early on.
So you're a lawyer.
I mean, Xavier does not live the bartender lifestyle. He's in bed by like 10 p.m. They'd be asking him about drinks. He wouldn't know what was in them.
He didn't have his alibi correct.
No. So maybe he should have leaned a little bit harder into the modeling thing. I don't know.
She did say that she wouldn't call him out like in front of everybody. She was cool with it.
They all called him out all the time.
Yeah. All right. So the diary room requests. This is pretty standard at the end of the season. I just want to see the supercut at the end of the season, you know, on the finale night when they have the diary room stuff.
The blooper reel.
I hope this was not in place of what's going to happen on...
It might have been. Why, you think they were saving the good stuff for finale night?
Yeah.
I feel like they did this last season, too, where they moved the diary room stuff to this episode and they didn't have it.
But they didn't show it to them. Sometimes the best part of finale night is when they show, the reaction to... So maybe they got some really, really good stuff for finale night.
Who knows?
All right. So you got to vote for America's favorite house guest.
We didn't talk about the requests.
Ant spray seemed to be the #1 request.
Kyland was talking about a soapy taste on the food. That's why he was freaking Mary Catherine Gallaghering with all the tortillas to see if there was soap on them.
That was so disgusting.
Still so odd.
Again, will he blame it on soap poisoning?
I don't know.
Freaking bucket hat requests.
Everybody wanted a hoodie in their HOH basket.
Because it's probably freaking cold as hell in there.
True. Everyone else got a hoodie and I didn't.
I think they got my hoodies.
Yeah. Alyssa wanted the pimple patches. Freaking love those. Yes, girl.
One of the best inventions in cosmetology, I feel like, is the pimple patches.
They do so much.
They do. All right, now, don't forget to vote for your favorite house guest.
Don't forget to text Tiffany to blah, blah, blah. I forgot the number, but one a day.
Yeah, I'm not voting because she stole all my votes, but like I said,
I think it's only one
recap,
per device per day or something.
She stole all my votes. So I would vote for Claire, but she would vote for Tiffany. Let us know who you are voting for America's favorite house guest.
Yeah.
All right, let's toast to the cookout. Let's hold up our Julie puppets and say, I vote for... I will say the cookout started with a goal in mind. Mm-hmm. They reached their goal.
It's an historic season.
It is historic. Sure. And I was really... I'm
glad that they included the conversation... Or the conversations that the cookout was having about growing up black in America.
Again, the reality TV that I and we all need to see.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see this because I feel like sometimes living in New York, like a more progressive state, we don't see things that happen in other parts of the country.
It happens here too, though, but we don't see it because we're two white women.
We're two
so
white women, yeah.
It is very interesting to hear their stories, and I'm so glad that they included this. They also talked about colorism within the Black community, which was awesome that they included that. So
that's not talked about enough.
The show has come a long way.
It has come a long way.
It's not like everything's magically fixed. There's still a long way to go, but
we're still working on it.
Yeah.
We're still working on it. But like Big D said, maybe we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's getting better and better. Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I just want everybody to be equal.
Yeah.
I want everybody to have a fair shot, a fair chance.
Mm-hmm. Not just in Big Brother, but in life.
In life.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less about Big Brother. I want people to have a fair shot in life. Mm-hmm. Because everybody deserves to be on an even playing field.
Yeah.
All right, so the final 3. They got videos from home.
Oh, okay. This is what we were waiting for.
So first up, Derek. He cried like a baby. His mommy! Love seeing it.
Yeah.
And she said, you know what? Stop cussing.
All of their reactions to the videos were so, like, heartwarming to watch. You could tell there's just so much love there.
Mm-hmm. Xavier's family. I love that they had the cat and the dog there.
Aww.
The cat looked like the dad had a death grip on it. You know, like, stay in the picture while I'm petting you so nicely.
I mean, it's hard sometimes to hold a cat still.
It is. We should know that.
Yeah. Aza's message was from her parents.
Mommy and Daddy,
Adorable.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love that she has such a good relationship with her parents, such a close relationship.
Yeah. So it was nice to see them all enjoy those messages from their families.
Yeah.
I feel like every season they keep doing it later and later in the season.
Yeah. I think they need that earlier. Maybe because of COVID, they probably, had to limit it as much as possible. I don't know. But the next show is Sunday, and that's going to be part 1 of the final HOH. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other things, too.
Are there? I'm really not sure what else they're going to be showing in that episode.
No. And then the finale is a 2-hour finale on Wednesday.
All right.
After Survivor.
Let's wrap this baby up.
After the real meat, we get the gravy.
Yeah.
That's right. So, limited times here. We got another spoiler this afternoon.
Yep.
And then I don't know how many after that.
Well, until finale night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They leave the feeds on up until the finale.
Okay. Well, we'll be doing, actually...
What do you think this is? Canada?
No.
Feeds would have been down by now.
Yeah, they would have been shut down today, I think.
Today's Saturday. Yeah. Well... No, they do it earlier. They do it before the final 4, before the final 3 is determined.
Okay. So we're going to be doing the finale live.
Oh, yes.
After the 2-hour finale.
Yeah, we'll be doing a live stream.
So make sure, join us live.
On Wednesday night.
It's a lot of fun. We like to shoot the... Insert your word in there. Okay, so that's it for today. Sorry this is so late or early. But we'll see you on Sunday. She'll see you later this afternoon.
Yep.
And until then,
much love.